So big toes are gonna touch, knees are gonna come out wide. We're gonna sit those hips back and lower that heart space down and just find our grounded energy here, our connectivity. Allowing ourselves to breathe and to be. Allowing ourselves to let go for the next hour. Practice self-love, self-care. Allowing all the distractions of the outside world to just melt away. Really turning inward today. Really feeling how you're feeling. Moving with the breath. Connecting mind, body, and soul. Connecting breath with movement. Naturally feeling the inhale and exhale, exit your nose. And doing a full body scan from the crown of the head to the toes. Where do you feel tension today? Where can you let go? Just allow it all to just melt away. Inhaling, filling the belly, the rib cage, the chest. Exhaling, chest, rib cage, navel up and in. Inhaling for your own slow count of 5 or 6. Exhaling for your own slow count of 6 or 5. Bringing your Ujjayi breath into this practice, your victorious breath pattern. Inhaling, completely constricting the muscles at the back of your throat, and exhaling through the nose, making the sounds of the ocean waves. Torfredo breath, like you're fogging up a mirror. Hearing that sound in between the ears, and that's the only thing you're going to hear for the next few moments. Allowing your body to melt a little bit deeper. You are connected. You are grounded. You are one. If your mind starts to wander throughout today's practice, come back to this Ujjayi breath. Come back to your counting. To stay present on your mat. As there may be many outside forces, outside distractions that try to grab your attention. Just be aware and come back. Taking one more moment here in your child's pose to set an intention for today's practice, whatever is calling to you. Silently saying it to yourself 3 times, and then settling it right into your beautiful heart space, allowing it to flow with you today. Rising up into your tabletop position, take your time. You can always place a blanket underneath your knees if you need a little more cushion today. Otherwise, just check in here. Fingers are spread nice and wide, shoulders over wrist crease, hips over knees, gaze in between the knees. You shouldn't be able to see the tops of your feet. If you do, just move them out of the way. Starting with our traditional cat and cow. So we're gonna inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the heart space, gaze to where the ceiling meets the wall. Silently say moo. Exhale, push the earth way around the spine, gaze back at that navel point. Halloween kitty cat, silently say meow. Inhale, nice and slow, drop that belly, lift the heart. Exhale, nice and slow back, drawing it all in. Close down the eyes, continue with your breath. You can make this as fast or as slow as you want to today. Any other movement that's feeling good, maybe you want to get the toes involved. Flexing the toes as you you rise up for your cow, pushing the tops of the feet into the earth as you draw back for your cat. Keep going. You can tap into how the body is feeling. After your next full exhale, meet me back into that neutral tabletop position. We're going to extend that left leg behind us and release the toes onto the earth. Rock forward and back, waking up that calf. Getting a little into the wrist creases here. And then find some stillness, shoulders over the wrist crease. Lift the left foot off the mat, hip height. So not too low, not too high. Press through the earth. And then that right arm's gonna reach out in front of us. We're gonna reach towards the front of the room, kick the back of the room away from us. Hold here for a breath. We're not coming into the midline today, we're doing it as a twist. So listen carefully. So inhale here. As you exhale, bring the left knee on the outside of the right knee, and the right arm's gonna reach back towards the back of the room. Inhale, center, extend it nice and long. Exhale, come back to that position, left knee on the outside of the right knee, right arm reaches back. Inhale, center. And one more time, just like that. Come back to center. And this time we're going to bring the elbow and the knee out towards the sides of the room. And inhale, elongate. Exhale, draw it out. Inhale, reach. Last round, exhale out. Inhale, reach. We're going to release that left knee down, sweep the right arm towards the sky, and thread the needle. Right shoulder rests on the earth, right cheek rests on the earth. Left hand plants down, spin that heart open, and see where your comfortable edge is today. You can stay right here. You can reach those left fingertips out in front of you. You can reach that left arm around back into the left or the right hip pocket. And just breathe. Inhaling completely. Exhaling fully. Maybe you want to extend that left leg long behind you. And then reach it out towards the right hand, trying to grab onto the big toe. Inhale in and exhale in. Wherever you are, we're all going to slowly unwind, like you're rewinding a VHS tape, going back, and that right arm's going to reach back to the sky and back to the earth. Opposite side this time. So the right leg's going to extend back, the toes are going to release down, and we're going to rock forward and back. See how this side of the body is feeling today. Can be different from yesterday, can be different from an hour ago. And find some stillness, shoulders over the wrist crease. And lift that foot off the mat, leg is nice and long from the hip point out. Press down through that right palm and lift that left arm out in front of you, thumb towards the sky. Inhale here. Exhale that right knee on the outside of the left knee, left arm reaches back. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, right knee on the outside of the left knee, left arm reaches back. Come back to center one more time. And release it back one more time. Inhale, center. This time as you exhale, elbow and knee out towards the side. And reach it forward and back. Out to the side. Forward and back. One more time, just like that. And release. Come back. Release the left hand, the right knee, then left arm reaches to the sky, and we find that thread the needle. Lower the cheek, lower the shoulder, press the earth away, spin that heart open, and go into your comfortable edge. Maybe it's right here, maybe come light onto the fingertips and keep spinning. Right arm can reach out in front of you, round into the hip pocket. Breathe here for a moment before you start to extend the leg. If you did already, that's okay too. And maybe you want to extend that right leg back or reach out and grab the big toe. And going right to your comfortable edge. Inhale in completely. Exhale in fully. Let it all go. And then slowly rewinding that VHS tape and reaching that left arm back up and down to the earth. Beautiful. We're going to spin those fingertips towards the sides of the mat. If this is enough for you, we're going to swipe from side to side. The third option is bring those fingertips towards the midline and rock forward and back, lifting the heels of the hands off the earth, drawing the shoulders past the wrist crease. Just getting a nice wrist stretch for yourself today. And wherever you are, the fingertips are going to spin back forward. We're going to bring one of the tops of the hands onto the mat, press down. And then the opposite, pressing down. Beautiful. Come back to center. We're going to extend that left leg back again, toes off the earth. Hold here. And then as you exhale, draw that knee over towards that left elbow. Extend the leg long to the left. Don't drop it yet. And bend that knee. Extend it towards the left. And bend that knee. One more time, extend it towards the left. We're going to release the foot down towards the earth. Slowly come up, inhale, lift the heart space. Exhale, left fingertips down, right arm over ear line. And I want you to bring the hand behind the head and just spin that heart open. Reach the elbow towards the sky, directly above you. And slowly rise back up. Right hand's gonna plant, left arm's gonna come over ear line. Spin that heart open. Press down through the outer edge of that left foot. And slowly rise back up. Spin that back foot towards the back of the mat. Spin the front foot forward. Bend your knee for a low lunge, Anjalayasana. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to frame out that foot. Right hand's gonna plant, left arm's gonna reach to the sky. Release that left hand down. Curl those back toes under, lift the knee off the earth. We're gonna step it forward for our first forward fold, Uttanasana. Allow the deep bend in knees to happen here. We're just beginning our practice. We wanna protect that low back. Allow the palms to plant to the earth. So if you don't reach the earth, you can't plant those palms, bend those knees even deeper. Blocks are always a great friend as well. Allow the crown of the head to reach down. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Maybe shake your tailbone a little bit. And connect in here. Then inhale, halfway lift, bring the hands to the shins. Ardha Uttanasana, heart shines forward, gaze shines forward. Exhale and bow. Inhale, root to rise, sweep those arms all the way to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, swan dive down, flat back, bent knees, forward fold. Take that halfway lift one more time. Release the hands down, step that right foot back. Soften the knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, rise up for that Anjalayasana. Exhale, open twist towards the left. And center. And release. Step that right or left knee back to meet the right. And coming into big hip circles. Whatever direction, we're going to go in both directions. And then once you get back towards the heels, go in the opposite direction. And then come back towards those heels, make your way back into your neutral tabletop position. We're going to extend that right leg nice and long behind us. Flex the foot. And then as you exhale, that knee out towards the right elbow. Hold here. Try not to dump too much into that left hip, but strong and stable. Extend that right leg out towards the side and bend knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. One more time, inhale, extend. Then exhale that foot down. Inhale, arms to the sky. Right hand down, left arm over ear line. Find that nice stretch and then plant the hand behind the head. Point the elbow towards the sky, gaze up. Breathe. And slowly come back up, left hand plants, right arm over ear line. Spin that heart open, press down through the outer edge of that right foot. Slowly rising back up. Spin that left foot towards the back mat. Spin that right knee forward. Anjalayasana. Exhale, hands down. Left hand plants, right arm reaches to the sky. Exhale that right hand down. Curl those back toes under, lift the knee off the earth. Step it forward for a forward fold, Uttanasana. Allow everything to just hang heavy. Plant the hands onto the mat. Bend those knees deeply if you need to get there. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, plant Plant those hands, step that left foot all the way back, soften the knee down, untop the toes. Inhale, Anjalayasana. Exhale, twist towards the right. Maybe the gaze follows. Slowly come back up. Release the hands. Draw that right knee back to meet the left tabletop. Hip circles in one direction. And the opposite direction. Come back towards the heels, stretch it forward for a quick child's pose. And then come back to that tabletop. We're going to make our way into our first downward facing dog. So hands about, one hand went down in front of you. Curl those toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out those feet, any organic movement that's feeling good for you this morning. Waving your tail. We're all going to find some stillness here. Inhale, roll forward into our plank position, shoulders over the wrist crease, heels over the toes. Lift that right foot up to hover. And release. Left foot up to hover. And release. Come back, downward facing dog. Don't move your hands or your feet. That's the exact alignment you need. Heart space is drawn back, tailbones reaching towards the sky. Heels are reaching towards the earth. Opposite directions to stretch and strengthen. That left leg's going to reach to the sky. Then we're going to draw that knee in towards our nose and step that left foot on the inside of the left thumb. Come late onto the fingertips, heart's going to shine forward. Hold here in your runner's lunge. Draw that right heel back. Left knee's directly over the left ankle. Gazing forward. Inhaling completely. Exhaling fully. And then when you're ready, high crescent lunge. You can always drop that back knee if you need to. Root down, rise up. Shoulders relax down the back body. Strong and steady. Inhale in here. Exhale, drop that back knee to hover and hold. Then lift back up. Heart shines forward, fingertips draw back. Inhale, rise. We're going to do that two more times. Exhale, drop that back knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, heart forward, fingertips back like you're going to fly through the sky. One more time, lift it up. Drop that back knee. Rise. Heart forward. And back up. Inhale here. Exhale, carve the hands down the frame, out that foot. Step forward for a forward fold. Shake it out. Plant those hands, bend those knees deeply. And then start to straighten that right leg, left arm to the sky. Release it down, go in the opposite direction, right, the opposite arm to the sky. And then release it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, root to rise. Hands to heart space. Close down the eyes. Breathe for a minute in your Tadasana. You can bring the hands to heart space. You can bring them down to the sides. Do what feels good for you. Begin to scan the body again. Feel the heartbeat, the heart connecting, sending out those signals to the rest of the body, your breath. can guide you. Inhaling completely. Exhaling fully. Allowing your body to know it's okay. That you are here for it. Slowly flutter open the eyes. Inhale, arms to the sky. And then we're going to draw that left knee in. Hold here like a Karate Kid. Strong and stable. Warrior 3 when you're ready. Hands can come to heart space. They can swing behind you. They can stay in front of you. Do what feels good for you today. Then step back for a high crescent lunge here. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to come back up. We're going to bring that left knee to the right elbow. So take another inhale. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Hold. I like to swing my left arm back. Don't have to. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale it back. Exhale, draw it in. Step it back, hold. Exhale, twist towards the right. Right hand down, left arm over ear line. And then cartwheel the hands down to frame out that foot. We're going to step back, plank position. Inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin, booty stays high. Slide forward like a snake in the grass. Cobra pose, shoulders draw back. Exhale, hips towards the heels. Quick child's pose. And then downward facing dog. When you're ready. Inhaling completely. Exhaling fully. Allowing that heart space to draw back. Right leg's going to reach to the sky. Try to draw that left heel down. Right knee in towards the nose. And the footsteps on the inside of the right thumb. Come light onto the fingertips. Shine the heart forward. Hold here. Get that strong foundation. Right, we can't build up from a strong, weak foundation. Otherwise, we just fall over. Always the option to drop that back knee if you need to. Otherwise, root down, rise up. High crescent lunge. Inhaling completely. Exhaling fully. Inhale. Exhale, drop that back knee to hover. Lift back up. Heart shines forward, fingertips behind you. And then rise back up. Lower that knee. Lift. Fingertips behind you. One more time, just like that. Take your time. And when ready, we all meet in our high crescent lunge. Inhaling completely. Exhale, release the hands to frame that foot. Step forward for a forward fold, Uttanasana. Just letting go on that right leg a little bit here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Root to rise, prayer meets above head. Slide it to heart space. Beautiful. Close down the eyes again, connect one more time. Or many more times actually in our practice, just for this given moment. We're always connecting. We're always breathing. We're always being. And gently flutter open those eyes. Beautiful. The left knee, nope, no, the right knee comes in towards the chest. Arms can extend to the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior three when you're ready. High crescent lunge, lift it up. Same thing we did before on the opposite side. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, left elbow, right knee, twist. Extend it back, high crescent lunge. Left elbow, right knee. High crescent lunge. One more time, just like that. Right knee, left elbow. Hold. And then step it back for your high crescent lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, twist towards the left. Left hand down, right arm over ear line. And cartwheels, hands down, the frame out that foot. Step back plank. You might need to walk back a little bit deeper. Your choice, knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. And then downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale here. Full exhale, let it go. Releasing the knees down, big toes touch, knees out wide. Sit back for your child's pose. Grab a sip of water. Do what feels good for you. Coming back to that breath. Coming back to that intention. How do you see your intention coming true? What do you need to let in? What do you need to let go of? Can be a little bit of both. Not coming from a place of fear, but coming from your true higher self when it comes to these intentions. And recognizing that it's okay if you fall off the path to your journey, to your intention. Things happen. We all have different paths, avenues in our lives that we have to travel. And we grow from each experience. We get stronger from each experience. We know what not to do or what to do to make ourselves happy. And then when you're ready, downward facing dog. Take your time. That left leg's gonna extend to the sky. We're gonna draw that knee in towards the nose. And step on the inside of the left thumb. Soften that right knee down, untuck the toes. That right hand's gonna plant, the left arm's gonna reach to the sky. We're gonna bend that right knee, try to grab onto the sole of the foot or the top of the foot. If you can't reach, just reach back towards the back of the room and keep drawing that foot in towards the glute. Breathe. And from here, we're gonna lower the foot down, reach the left arm back to the sky, and that left hand's coming to the inside of the left foot, curling those right toes under, Skandasana towards the back of the mat. So lift that left heel, bend that right knee. Beautiful. Skandasana towards the front of the mat, like our ninja lunges. You can always bring hands to heart center if that's feeling good for you. We're gonna go both sides 2 more times. So right side, left side, right side, We're going to come towards the middle, lift the hips up, wide leg forward fold. Left hand plants, right arm reaches to the sky. Release that right hand, the left arm to the sky. Release that left hand, hands to the hips, slow bend those knees, rise up. The right foot sees exactly how it is. The left toes point towards the front of the room. So from here, I want you to be mindful of what the hips are doing. So right, we want to draw that right hip back slightly, the left hip forward slightly. So their hip points are pointing towards the right side of your mat. Okay? A lot of times we come into this and we just kind of let that right hip flop forward and then go forward. We want to open up our hips. Head over heart over pelvis. Arms out wide. Gaze forward. Reach forward and just hold. Okay, activate the bandhas. Breathe. Energetically draw those heels towards one another. Strong and stable base. And I'll reach a little bit further. And like a clock, you're just going to reach that hand down towards 6 o'clock. Right arm up towards 12 o'clock. Right? So you don't have to reach all the way to the earth. Allow the body to go where exactly it wants to go. You can gaze up at that right thumb. You can gaze down at that left thumb. Do what feels good on your neck. Press up against that imaginary wall behind you. That right hip might have drawn forward. You want to draw it back again. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reverse. As you're reversed, come into your peaceful warrior. Bend that front knee deeply. Knee over the ankle. And carve with the hands down the frame, out that foot. Lift that back heel. The left arm's gonna reach to the sky one more time, but lean back. Bring the hand on the back of the head, lean it back. Beautiful, and slowly release it down. Step back, downward facing dog. Option to go through a flow here if you want to reset before we go to the other side. Or option just to stay in your downward facing dog. Inhaling completely. Exhaling fully. And then once we all meet here in our down dog, that right leg's coming to the sky. Exhale, round that spine, knee in towards the nose, and step it in between the hands. Back knee releases, untuck the toes. Right hand to the sky. And then bend that left knee, try to kick yourself in the glute. Maybe you reach back. Maybe you can grab onto the top of the foot. Can do what feels good for you. We feel a little bit of discomfort, but not pain. Shouldn't be easy as well. You don't want to stay in your comfort zone because that's not where you're going to grow. Then slowly releasing. The right hand comes to the inside of that right foot. Lift those left toes, lift the knee. Skandasana towards the left. Beautiful. And then towards the right. Maybe you can do it without hands today. Towards the left. Towards the right. One more time towards the left. Beautiful. And one more time towards the right. Come to center, wide leg, forward fold. Beautiful. If you have a headstand in your practice and you want to go for it now, we're just going to hold here for a moment, really finding this stretch. But if you want to come into your headstand, go ahead. If you're in your forward fold, you can come out to a wide leg, wide downward facing dog. You can bring the fingertips behind you towards the wall behind you, reaching that crown closer towards the earth. We're here for 10. Halfway there, if you're in your headstand or handstand, slowly start to descend towards the mat. Coming back with the hands planted underneath the shoulder, take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the hips, slowly rise all the way up. So those right toes are going towards the front of your mat, the back foot is parallel to the back of your mat, arms are shoulder height, and draw that left hip point back, right hip point forward, square them off towards the sides of your mat. And then when you're ready, reach it forward, hold here, and then exhale, lower into your triangle pose. Reaching that left arm up, right arm down, pressing up against that imaginary wall behind you. Taking this whole shape up and back, reverse your triangle. Bend that front knee. Maybe the hand plants up behind the head, lift the elbow to the sky. Slowly rise back up, cartwheel the hands down the frame, out that foot. Left hand plants, right arm reaches to the sky, lean back. Release that hand down. This time we're just going to step it forward for a forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale and release. Inhale, root to rise, reach prayer above head. Hands to heart space. Heel toe the feet, max distance apart. Heels in, toes out. Inhale, lift it up. Reach for your dreams. Exhale for Malasana, yogi squat. Beautiful. Bring the elbows on the insides of the thighs. Push them away. Breathe. Close down the eyes. Connect here. You are connected. You are grounded. You are breathing. You are free. Slowly lower the glutes down to the earth. Extend those legs nice and long in front of you. Remove your blessings. Point those toes towards the face. Inhale, arms are going to reach to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Forward fold. Inhale in for length. Exhale to bow. Slowly rise back up. Bend those knees, soles of feet onto the earth. We're coming into our boat pose. So hands can stay at the sides. We can start there, drawing the shoulders back and lifting the feet off the earth. Knees can be bent, knees can be straight. But if they're straight, you're not falling back, your heart is coming forward. I'm going to keep my knees bent today. Hands can stay on the earth. They can come behind the thighs to help you lift that heart space. Or maybe you extend them towards the toes. Spread the toes wide, wiggle them, do what feels good. Strong, stable, connected. Hands to heart space. We're going to move a little bit here. So we're going to extend that left leg to the earth and bend the left elbow over towards the right knee. Beautiful, hold. And then switch sides. And then keep going from side to side. The further you lean back, the harder it is. Few more moments here. And then come back to center, boat pose. Hands out in front of you or at the sides. Inhale. And exhale, slowly start to straighten to hover off the mat. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, reach those arms overhead. Give yourself that body stretch. Then hug the knees in towards the chest. Say thank you to yourself. Rock from side to side. Should feel good. Just massaging out the spine. Then find some stillness. Bring the soles of the feet and our hips distance apart. Fingertips down at the sides. Coming into one bridge pose today. If you want to go into your wheel pose and you feel open for it, I invite you to do so. Otherwise, press that low back into the earth. Inhale, lift those hips up towards the sky, chest towards the chin. Maybe interlace the hands at the low back, pressing the fist into the earth, lifting those hips a little bit higher. Energetically draw the thighs towards one another like you're holding a block between them so they're not touching, but you're engaging here. You want to lift one leg to the sky and release. The other leg to the sky and release. Lift both hips up towards the sky and slowly lower all the way back towards the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide for recline bound angle. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bringing the left hand towards your heart, the right hand on top of it. Press that low back down. Inhale. And exhale. Sliding the right hand to your belly. Feeling that expansion as you inhale. But letting go as you exhale. Then bringing the hands behind the thighs, gently guide them in towards one another, hug the knees in towards the chest. Arms are going to open out into a T position. Inhale in here. Exhale, the knees towards the right, gazing towards the left. Right hand can come to the left thigh, just as an anchor, right? We're not tugging, we're not pulling. We're allowing gravity to do its thing, allowing us to twist exactly how the body wants to be twisted. And coming back to center and to the opposite side. Coming back to center. Bringing the knees out towards the armpits. Driving onto the soles of the feet, finding your full expression of happy baby pose. Soles of the feet towards the sky, knees in towards the armpits. That tailbone's lifting up, draw it back down towards the earth. Allow the head, neck, and shoulders to stay relaxed as well. Maybe you want to rock from side to side. Turn the corners of your mouth up and smiling. There's no frowny babies in our happy baby pose. Whenever you see a child doing this, they're laughing, they're giggling, they're open and free. And hug those knees back in towards your chest and set up for final relaxation, Shavasana. Allowing the right foot to come towards the right corner of the mat, the left foot to come towards the left corner of the mat, the hands down at the sides, palms face up. That's the sign of letting go and also receiving. Bring them away from the sides of the body, bring them out off your mat. The world is big, take up space. This is your time for your body to connect with what you've done for it. This pose is called corpse pose as well. It's the end of our practice, the death of our practice, the rebirth of us. So take this time for your muscles to recognize what you've done, our cells to recreate. So the next time you come to your mat, you know where to go. Come back to that natural breath pattern. Natural inhales and exhales to flow. Close down the eyes and allow all your worries to melt away. I want you to take a moment and envision a white light at the crown of your head, right on the top of your head. Beautiful white light, glowing, absorbing. And draw it in to the crown of the head. Allow it to circle around your brain, your forehead. Allow that light to absorb into the third eye center, traveling down to your nose, your mouth, and your throat. Opening up down towards the heart, the shoulders, the ribs, elbows, hands, pelvis. Traveling down the right leg, then the left leg. And as this light travels through you, allowing everything to let go. Feeling a sense of calm, stillness. Allowing the feet to find this light. Allow that light to travel out the feet, back down towards the earth, rooting down, releasing all those tensions, all those worries out of the body. Slowly bringing awareness back into the room, back into the body. come back towards you, the white light, but this time all those worries are gone. Your dreams, your gratitude, and your intentions are all filled in this white light, traveling through the body. Silently to yourself, listing all the things you are grateful for. Stating your intention, your dreams. Allowing this white light to flow throughout the entire body, back to the crown of the head, and right out into the universe. Wiggling all 10 fingers, all 10 toes, slowly awakening the body. Giving that body a full body stretch, reaching the toes towards the front of the room, arms overhead. It's a brand new day, brand new awakening. Hug those knees in towards the chest and say thank you one more time. And then when you're ready, rolling over onto your right side in fetal position, eyes closed, mind quiet, that feeling of Shavasana as long as possible. Taking another moment here to recognize that your practice follows you off your mat into your day, into your week ahead. And then when you're ready, back up into easy seated position, eyes closed, heart lifted, sitting bones grounded. Hands to heart space in Anjali Mudra. Press those thumbs right into your sternum, feeling that vibration, that energy that you created. It's in each and every one of us to shine upon the world. Then bow your head down towards your heart in honor of your practice, in honor of your teachers and your teachers' teachers, in honor of the true guru, the guru within. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat, doing the practice, traveling through your path to your journey, to your destination. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.